Welcome in, guys, to your Summerslam 2021 preview. I'm recording this on Thursday night. I'm gonna get this up Friday. Um, and I'm gonna say about this whole SummerSlam card, I'm not really emotionally invested in this card. There's only a handful of matches that I care about, like Rollins versus John Cena. Um, I don't care about Bobby Lashley or Goldberg, and I'm interested in Edge and Seth Rollins. Maybe the women's match between Bianca Belair and Sasha's going to be good. But let's talk about it. So we have I'm going to start with the Raw Women's Triple Threat match. We're going to have a triple threat match on the card. It's Nikki ASH versus Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's title. I'm going for a Rhea Ripley goes over here. I know that I said a few weeks ago I want to see Nikki Ash go over and keep his character, but her time as being champion has been very mediocre, very flat, and she's lost every single match on television. So I don't see a point on why she's having in this title. So I'm gonna go for a Rhea Ripley win. But knowing WWE, they're gonna put it on Charlotte. LOL, Charlotte wins again. So that's probably what WWE's gonna do. And then we have Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg. It's gonna be a typical Goldberg match. I'm gonna say Bobby Lashley gets the win here, and hopefully we get Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar maybe at Survivor Series or maybe WrestleMania. There's no reason why he should take the title of Bobby Lashley at all, because I don't want to see it on Goldberg. Because did you see the match at Saudi Arabia from like 2 years ago? The shit show of the Saudi Arabia match he had, the abomination, and I don't want to see another Goldberg title reign at all. So Bobby Lashley should win this match. The Usos versus the Mysterios. I'm going for the Usos for the win. They just recently got the belts back, so I don't know why they're gonna do a quick change. Doesn't make any sense, and the Usos are going over. Then we have the women's title match: Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. I'm gonna go for Bianca to go over. Just keep the title on Bianca Belair, and that's it. Edge versus Seth Rollins. I'm really liking this feud, and I like how the WWE built up this feud the last, especially they've had this story for 7 years. They built it like, you guys remember like a random episode of Raw when Seth Rollins would nearly killed Edge with his briefcase when he couldn't wrestle and he couldn't wrestle. They're actually having a story from back then, so that's how the story begins. And for all you guys that were complaining who always complain and whatever about, oh my god, WWE doesn't even go on to the storybook. Look at this. This was on 7 years ago, where Edge, who couldn't wrestle at the time, was nearly paralyzed and couldn't walk, is now going to face Seth Rollins and get his revenge 7 years later. And I've been loving the interactions with Seth Rollins and Edge. Edge has said that you're a carbon copy of me and you desperately want to be me. I've been loving the whole back and forth on these guys on the mic. It's been great. I'm gonna say Edge gets the win, and then we can continue this feud going into Survivor Series maybe, and Seth Rollins gets the win at the next pay per view. They can continue on. So I don't know if this is gonna be I don't see this being a one-shot deal match. I'm going to say that Edge gets the win, Seth Rollins wins the second match, and then we have a third match maybe where they have maybe a stipulation on the match. Sheamus versus Damian Priest. I'm going for Damian Priest win. You've got to put the title on Damian Priest. Ever since WrestleMania, they kind of lost a bit of steam with him since WrestleMania, since he had that great few months on the main roster with Bad Bunny, and then ever since that Bad Bunny main event at WrestleMania, that main event match they had at WrestleMania, he's lost a lot of steam. He was on television, and I think it's time you put a US title on him, or put a mid-cut title on him, and build this guy up as potentially a guy that you can have against a Drew or a Bobby Lashley or a Roman Reigns, because this guy could be your next world champion, and he's a guy that you don't have many big guys on your main roster, and you should be building this guy up and making him the next US champion because he is your guy. Drew McIntyre versus Jinder. I'm gonna say Jinder gets the win, and then they're gonna continue where Drew gets the win, because I don't want to see Drew get this win and then all the fans are like, oh my god, Drew's being forced down our throats or whatever. Jinder gets the win, and then because this win isn't gonna hurt Drew, because Drew's won 2 world titles, 3 world titles. Like, he's an established guy now. He doesn't. If he loses the match to Jinder, it isn't gonna hurt his career. It's gonna help Jinder more, and get himself over with this faction he has, and maybe people may care about Jinder, but I'm gonna say Jinder for the win. Then we have Alexa versus Eva Marie. This is gonna be this is even gonna be a match. Eva Marie's gonna say that she cannot wrestle and have maybe Doudrop come in, and I'm gonna say it's not even gonna be a match. Then we have the AJ Styles and Omos defending their Raw Tag Team titles against Randy Orton and Riddle. I'm gonna go for RK Bro win, and then down the road they're probably gonna have some down the road they're probably gonna drop it to maybe Styles and Omos again, and then you can have Randy and Riddle feud with each other going into WrestleMania. That's how I kind of see it playing out. And then the main event, the true main event of the night, is our Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, the head of the table, versus Missionary John Cena. And I'm a bit skeptical on this. Will WWE pull the trigger and give John Cena his 17th WWE title reign? Because you got to think of it now that Ric Flair is gone. He's been released from the company, and you know how Vince is petty, and he could be going to AEW. He was in AAA last weekend with Andrade. Vince is like, God damn it, I'm gonna make sure Cena is gonna become a 17-time world champion and erase Ric Flair, and his record doesn't stand because he was in AAA, and I'm petty, god damn it. But that doesn't make that. That could be very much what WWE could do here, but it doesn't make sense. What would be the great option here is have Roman Reigns tap out John Cena, what's never been done before, because it's not going to hurt John Cena to tap out. I mean, could you imagine if Roman Reigns just pins John Cena clean? It doesn't matter. It's just like, okay, that happened the last time they had a match. If he actually makes John Cena tap out on pay-per-view, and something that nobody has done before, because John Cena's about hustle, loyalty, and respect, and he will never give up, but he's got to tap out to Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns is too strong. The Tribal Chief is too strong for John Cena, and he's got to tap out. That would be a great storytelling moment, and then maybe, which I think is the plan, that you're going to build up Roman for the Rock at WrestleMania next year. Then this is what you're going to do. You're going to make sure that Roman Reigns, since he's been a Tribal Chief, he is now, he's putting people in their places. He's getting rid of all these people that he had before, like a John Cena. When John Cena and Roman Reigns faced off 3 years ago, this was a way different Roman Reigns. This Roman Reigns is a way better Roman Reigns. This is a way better character Roman Reigns. This is an organic Roman Reigns. This is a Roman Reigns that is ready for this spot. He is your guy. You don't need to put a tag on John Cena just because Ric Flair left the company and you want to have him as 17th world champion and call him the greatest of all time, which debatable if he is the greatest of all time, but he is kind of up there, I guess. But he did draw a lot of people away on his reign on top, so you can have that on your resume and stuff. But leave your guys' thoughts in the comments, guys, and I'll have this out video soon.